So the reset. Now, the idea I made up, the whole idea of a reset is when, obviously, like if you reset a game or you reset something, like if you get a broken bone and it's broke, you got to reset it to, so when your fucking bone grows back, the doctors reset it, your shit don't grow back crooked or all out of fucking place, right? But as far as a relationship goes, so you got a lot of guys who come to me and complain, and they be like, "Hey, KB, I got a few problems." Or might have the guys who say, "Yo, your shit is bullshit. It doesn't work." And when they book the private consultation and then they explain to me their exact issue, then I say, okay, I see what your problem is, right? For example, I always say, check your girl if she's being disrespectful, right? If you got a girl and she's being extremely disrespectful, check her on her shit. Check her on her shit, and you have to check her because that's checking someone for being disrespectful is basically just setting boundaries. That's all that is. That's all that ever is. It's setting boundaries. So when guys do this and they're like saying, "Oh, bro, it didn't work. Why didn't it work?" Usually, why? You've been with this girl for a certain amount of time, and you trying to check her now. It's not going to work. Why is that? You need a reset. What is a reset? A reset is you needing a certain amount of time away from your girl to reset the dynamics of your relationship. For example, like I said, guys trying to check their girl, but you got to understand, they've been with this girl for years. And now because you came across my page or my podcast or whatever the fuck you saw me on, and you see I'm preaching that good shit, right? And you be like, "Yo, this sounds good. Oh, damn, this sounds great. I like what he's saying." I see everybody in the comments saying they get results. I see, because if you look in the comments of some of my videos, I got a whole bunch of guys saying, "Yo, you really changed my life." I get DMs every day, right? So, but you got to understand, it's not working for them because this girl's been disrespecting you for 2-3 years, 6 months, 8 months, a year and a half, and all of a sudden you're like, "All right, don't talk to me like that. Don't disrespect me." She's gonna look at you like you sideways, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Don't disrespect, you pussy. I've been disrespecting you all this time. I'm gonna keep doing it, right? So you trying to tell her not to disrespect you is like, falling on deaf ears. So that's why you need a reset, especially if you've been with this girl fucking 2 years plus. You definitely need a reset. Now, you have different type of resets. Pardon me. So now you have different type of resets because the reset comes in when you want to check her and you want to change the dynamics of your relationship and you don't want a disrespectful girl. So that's when a reset comes in. When you're trying to do the simple tactics and the simple techniques that I'm giving you and they are not working, right? Okay, cool. It's time for the reset. So you have different type of resets. You have a reset for a week, a reset for 2 weeks, a reset for a month, or a reset for 2 months. Now, if you've been with this girl anywhere from a year and a half or longer, you may need maybe a month reset, maybe a 2-month reset, right? And why a month or 2 months, especially if you've been with her longer than a few years. If you've been longer than 2 years, 3 years maybe, depending on the type of distance and if you had any breaks or breakups, this person's gonna miss you. So you need the reset and you need to take this break. You need to break up with her because initiating the reset has to deal with you gaining your respect. And the reason why you checking her or trying to change your dynamics initially wasn't working because she sees you in a certain manner. And you trying to check her, she doesn't think it's serious, right? And you have old habits which you need to work on. It takes about 21 days to change a habit, to pick up a new habit, right? And it takes a little longer for it to stick. So you need a reset. So you need to break up with her and you need time apart. Because usually when I say, okay, guys, this is how you do it. If a girl's being disrespectful, you check her. You say, you know what? Don't talk to me like that. I will not tolerate that disrespect, especially if I'm keeping mutual respect for you. There's no reason for you to talk to me in that manner. And usually this is preferably towards the beginning. It may work somewhere in the middle, but preferably if you do this from the beginning, it works better, right? But if you with a girl for a few years, usually, and after that, I say, okay, cool. If you check her the first time, I say, boom. All right, if she continues to do it, take space. You take 1 or 2 days. Now, if you with a girl for a few years and you try to take space 1 or 2 days, I ain't saying shit. He just upset. And it probably ain't the first time. He upset. I ain't worried about that nigga. He be all right. And then it goes right back. You need the long reset to let her know that you're fucking serious and you're not playing games. She will come back. Why? Because she doesn't understand this new behavior that you're putting out. She doesn't understand why you're doing this. She doesn't understand, wow, like, is he really this upset? And also when you do this, you're sending a very strong message. You're sending a message that, bitch, I will fucking leave you if you continue to disrespect me. And ultimately, that's what you're doing. But you're playing the ultimate game of chicken, right? You don't really want to leave her. You just want your respect back. You don't really want to get away from her. You don't really want her out there doing things with other guys. You just want your respect back and you want to change the dynamics of the relationship. So, with that being said, you need an ultimate reset. You need an ultimate reset. And you have to take time away. You have to take time away. I'm currently dealing with a client that I'm going to pick up. And I'm letting him know that, listen, I told him to leave. I told him to break up with his girl. Right? His girl left him not too long ago because he was just being too nice, being too available, being loyal. And it sucks that females are this way, right? If it's a half-looking, decent female, or you guys are at least equal or in looks, she will do this type of behavior. So if you're too much on her, if you're being too available, if you're being too lovable, if you're letting her walk all over you, disrespect you, you'll run into these issues. And what his issue was, it looked like it was a little bit of everything. He was letting her talk to him disrespectful, calling him a bitch. Her uncle was calling him her bitch. Even that was in a playful manner, but obviously there's truth in jokes, and there's no joke about that. He was being her bitch. He was letting her walk over and talking to him disrespectful. Now, I told him, you need a reset. You need to leave that bitch ASAP, because 1, she's not taking you serious. 2, she doesn't believe you have it in her to leave her. And then when I told him initially to break up with her, she didn't take it serious. This bitch told him, oh, I'll leave you when I'm ready to leave you. I'll break up with you when I'm ready to leave you. That's what she said. Meaning that she probably had it in her to leave this nigga anyway. Which is a whole nother topic in itself. Whenever you know a girl's about to leave you, leave that bitch first. 1, it's going to hurt her pride. It's going to fuck up her plans. And it's going to fuck up her whole psyche. Because if she planned on leaving you, right, that means she's working on something. She's either working on your replacement or setting up things with your replacement. Trying to solidify things. Right? But when you leave her first, her pride can't take it. She's trying to understand. She's thinking maybe you got somebody else on the side, especially if that's what she was planning on doing. That guilt was going to eat her up. Right? So, leave that bitch first. And that's definitely what was coming his way. And she's going to come back. She has to come back. Why? Because especially if you've been with somebody X amount of years or a certain amount of months and you just change completely, and this is all new behavior. And I told him, I said, listen, tell her you don't like the way she's treating you. Tell her I'm leaving you because you're disrespectful. And I'm not getting back. I'm never getting back with you until I see change. The change is what you need. And it's not going to happen you trying to fight with her. And you have a lot of stupid motherfuckers who will sit there and trying to talk with her, try to bargain with her. No, listen, you can never change a female's mind. You can only change her emotions. How do you gauge her emotions? By leaving her. Giving her silence. You need a break. Because if the disrespect is too real and it's been going on for too long, You need a reset. She needs to see a change in behavior, and she needs to see that you're fucking serious and you're not playing with this bitch. And what other way to let her know that you're serious is a reset? It gives her time to miss you. It gives her time to see, oh wow, maybe I really was being disrespectful and I need to do this. I need to change if I want to keep him. Now, if she thinks she doesn't want to keep you, trust me, she's going to be back. Why? Because you're showing strength. You're showing strength as a man. You're showing balls. You're not letting her walk all over you anymore. Right? You're beginning to become a man. You're showing masculinity. Because previously, you were in your feminine state. Whenever you're more relationship focused than a female is, and that could even come down to you just caring more than she does. You're too much relationship focused. It gives her too much leverage. Don't allow yourself to ever be in that position. So you're going to need a reset. Now, if you've been with this girl a few months, you might only need a week reset. As long as an attachment is built, you might not need that long of a reset. Let's say if you've been with this girl for 2 years, sometimes a 2-week reset is necessary. It maybe a month is not completely necessary. But I say at least a week because there needs to be some time. Now, if you ever had a girlfriend and while having a girlfriend, you tried going a week without talking to her. She might last a day, 2 days, 3 days, a whole fucking week, 7 full days. That bitch is going to feel it. She's going to feel it and she's going to contact you. And she might contact you before the whole week is up. She might contact you before the whole entire week is up. But you cannot give in that time. You need a specified amount of time apart from her. She has to see this new you. She has to know that you're serious, and she has to know that you're not a fucking pussy. Right? She has to know that you're not playing games with her. And then in that time, preferably if you have a month or two, and the only reason it'll really go for 2 months if you guys been together for a really long time, right? Like I would say 5 years. But even after that, at that point, you might just want to leave because, I mean, you can fix it. And I do believe in fixing situations. And that's what I specialize in versus other guys. Other guys, most guys that just tell you to leave them. I have guys that come to me and said that they went to Kevin Samuels and he told them just leave the bitch. Leave her. Because most guys don't understand relationship dynamics the way I do. I've experienced, I ain't even gonna try to shit talk nobody, but listen, these niggas ain't fucking me when it comes to this game shit. Let me stop. But listen, you need a reset, right? And that's really why you need all these different times, because every situation is different. And you might have a girl that's super attached to you, right? But she's disrespectful. And because maybe she suffers from heavy anxiety. But because she's so super attached to you and she's suffering from heavy anxiety, 2 weeks might be a little too much. She might pull up on you. And yeah, she pull up on you, talk to her, but like, I'm still not happy with you. And then when you do start talking to her, you need to take that process slow to let her know I'm still not happy with you and I'm not getting back with you and I'm a little disgusted by you. And disgusted is a key word. Disgusted hits like a bullet, right? You got to understand some words pierce deeper than bullets. There's an old hadith, Islamic hadith, where I was reading when I used to go to religion class, and he said I think it was the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said that I think it was Ali, and he said that some words pierce deeper than spears, right? And I purposely tell guys to use the word disgusted. Why? Because disgusted is a very foul word, right? It's such a negative connotation. It's a little more than mad and disappointed. It's like ugh, I'm disgusted, right? It's not necessarily mad. It's something. It's like something a little perverse, but like also like ill, right? So I'm disgusted by you, and that shit hurts, and it hurts on a different level, and it's a word that you carefully use to let her know that you're fucking serious. And if that disrespect stop, bitch, you could kiss me goodbye forever. Now it'll help if you really mean it. If you're really fed up with her bullshit, right? It'll help if you really mean it. But you can't let her back easy. You say yes, and she said, oh, you don't care about me, you don't love me? Yes, I love you. I do. You know what? I do. I do care about you and I love you, but you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I don't give a fuck how much I love you. Nobody's going to be disrespecting me anymore. And in that time that you have apart, you need to be studying. You need to be studying my podcast, studying my Patreon, if you're not on Patreon. And one thing that I fucking hate, and if I get another one of you motherfuckers that hit me up that are on Patreon asking for answers that are already on Patreon, I'm going to curse you motherfuckers out. I don't give a fuck. Because what's the point of having knowledge if you don't apply it? And the biggest problem, you motherfuckers don't have no fucking balls. Grow some fucking balls and don't be afraid to escalate things. A lot of these non sequitur to the topic, but a lot of guys get the knowledge and then they'll call me and say, hey, I'm having a problem with this. What the fuck are you on Patreon for? What the fuck you oh, I listen to everything. You listen to everything and got nothing from it. Because you're asking me questions and you said you watched everything. And I know they watched it. Because, oh yeah, I remember you saying that in the video. Well, nigga, if you remember me saying it, the fuck you asking me for? Implement the knowledge. It's like, do I have to teach? I'm here doing the fucking podcast now. I'm doing it live. It's like fucking curriculum. If you're on Patreon, you get this shit all the time. Very rarely do I put the links out in public. So you're getting it. I'm doing it like curriculum, and I fucking answer questions after. So there's really no excuse if you don't show up to class. I get it. It's at 3 a.m, but I do that purposely for the guys who want it. They want it bad enough. They're thirsty for the knowledge. They want to study. Like Malcolm X, that brother's hungry. That's all. But those are the guys that get it first. And I see a big correlation between guys who do good in school, guys who are good students, versus guys who just fucking just don't even think. There's always a big correlation between the two. Some of my best coaching clients are guys who are good students because they follow orders and they don't do shit on their own. Like I always say to my coaching clients, you got to be like a good soldier. They say a good soldier is one who follows orders without questioning it. And I always tell guys to do shit, and a lot of times they don't have faith in what I'm saying until they start to see the results. Then it gives them a little faith, like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, I'm gonna trust this guy. He's getting me results. Especially my rich clients, they fucking tip me every time they get a little result because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But my point is, if you're listening to this because I'm recording it, right? Implement it. Don't book me on a fucking private consultation wasting my time out of my day when this shit is on video. Implement it. I give very detailed descriptions. Very discreet, detailed descriptions on what the fuck to do. And I do that purposely. Most guys aren't doing that because they faking the funk. They give you all this vague shit talking about, oh, lever, you have to have higher value, do this. No, not everybody wants to leave people. People want to work shit out. They want to be able to turn it around. And this is why you need a reset. The reset is the last resolve. And most of the time it works because you've been with this person for years, so there's some type of attachment. And even if she's fucking with somebody and you still want to take her back, which I don't recommend, you leave that bitch if she's fucking somebody. And most guys will have enough fucking sense to say, bitch, you fucking somebody, I don't want you no more, slut. The fuck out my face. But a lot of guys still do want these girls. A lot of guys want them. But even if she is fucking with somebody, it'll cause her confusion. She'll be confused. Like, oh, damn, do I want this guy back? He's showing heart. He's showing strength. He's being a man. He's standing up to me. He's standing up to himself for once. This is something new. I want to inquire about what got into him. But she can't because you're ignoring her. She's trying to hit you up. You're ignoring her. Now she's on the chase more. Now she thinks she wants you more than she actually wants you because you're ignoring her. You're not giving her what she wants. And this is where a lot of guys fuck up. They see that little bit of success and they think they don't need me. I had a client like this. I'm not sure if I put it on Patreon, but I will. I recorded the conversation. He had a little success, took her back within a few days. You don't take her back in a few days. Anybody whose love is gained easily will never be respect. People in general respect things which they worked for. It's like when you fucking take somebody's food and it's for free. Oh, it feels good. I like it. That's nice. But the shit that you worked for and you earned, you ain't giving that up. It's a different type of value. So it's the same thing with your love and affection. If this shit is regained easily, she knows she can have you easy, but she gonna be leaving in a fucking quick second. And enough time has not passed for her to realize that you're fucking serious. It hasn't set in yet. This is why in big relationships, you need a reset. The reset is definitely needed, especially after some years. Now, one of the biggest things how to prevent this issue, right? Setting your boundaries at the fucking beginning of the relationship. Set your boundaries. She disrespect, check that bitch. She curse at you, check that bitch. She tries to put her hands on you, check that bitch. If it persists after you checked her, take space. Ignore that bitch. Bitch, don't fucking play with you. Oh, you gonna continue? Okay, don't hit her back. Don't argue with her. Don't fight with her. Separate yourself. That silence sends the biggest message. And one of the weakest things that I fucking hate, how guys saying, oh, what if I leave her and don't talk to her and then she goes and fucks somebody? You fucking dummy. You're sending a message already to her. Silence, you're not saying nothing. You're saying something. You're saying, I'm not going to fuck with you if you continue to disrespect me. And I have enough balls and I have enough heart to walk away from you. And I ain't no fucking punk. And that's showing strength. And that will make her attracted to you even more. You're sending the biggest message. And listen, if she gonna cheat on you, she's probably already been doing it. If she gonna do it, she gonna do it. Ain't nothing you can fucking do about it to stop it. You can't stop anybody from doing whatever they gonna do. If she gonna cheat, she gonna cheat. Ain't shit in the world you can do to stop it. Check that bitch out the beginning. That's how you prevent all of this. Set your fucking boundaries. Boundaries goes both ways, whether it's a female or it's a guy. Set your fucking boundaries. Set your fucking boundaries. Stop playing. All right? And realize, understand what your issue is. If it's disrespect, not standing up to her, giving her her way, usually it's not, you're not polarizing your relationship either way. Giving her way, telling happy wife, happy life. You have these stupid ass beliefs. That's why most of marriages are initiated by women, because motherfuckers don't know how to be in a relationship. You don't know how to stand up to your wife, your girl. You give her away for every fucking thing. You make her believe she's a princess or a queen. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. You ain't no fucking queen. I'm the fucking king. If you're talking king and queen system, the queen is under the king. You can't have a queen can't make a king. You need a king first. He chooses his queen. Y'all got shit fucked up. Y'all fucking turning y'all wives into fucking, she the boss. You the boss. Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. You simp ass motherfuckers. You can tell, you don't have respect. No, you can still have respect for women. But bitch, no, I run the fucking show. And if you don't want to get along with my program, skate, bitch. I'll replace you with somebody who will. Plain and simple. You got to have an abundance mentality. Who's the most abundant person? Well, I don't want to say person. The most abundance, God. Allah is the most abundant. Allah says in the Quran, if humans didn't worship him, he'll replace them with a new people that will. That's an abundance mentality of the Creator, the Most High. So I got that same abundance mentality. I ain't God, right? But if a bitch don't want to get along with my program, all right, cool. Replace. It's that fucking simple. Abundance mentality. It's so many. They outnumber us. What, you think women outnumber us in the world that by accident? You think that was by accident? Or no such fucking thing as accidents? Because if you say it was an accident, you're saying God makes mistakes. He don't make no mistakes. Simple. And if you want to debate that, you need to go find yourself. And you need to admit to yourself you don't know how to fix this. Another way to prevent it, admit to yourself you don't know how to fix the situation. And then seek help. You seek help in two ways. You seek the information like this, right? Or you seek a relationship coach. Plain and fucking simple. Plain and simple. And I'm a big believer that men should leave these situations because women do this shit all the time. And the biggest problem with women, and I noticed this from watching Kevin Samuels, they don't know that they're doing it. Women are, it's like they get turned off and they don't fucking know what they're doing. I made a video about this. Guys who are too relationship focused, a girl will take space. They'll be like, oh, I have issues, mental issues and this. I need to take notes because you're turning her off. They do it subconsciously. They don't even fucking realize it half the time. They don't even realize it. They don't even fucking know that they're doing it and they need to take space. This is why I think men should lead the relationship. And this is why I don't do what Kevin Samuels do. I don't sit there arguing with women because it's like training a cat. You can't train a cat. They're backwards. Whenever I have my fucking cat and I try to give it affection, it runs from me. When I leave it alone and mind my fucking business, it comes to me and lays on my chest and licks me with its fucking sandpaper tongue. So I'm a true believer that men should lead. It's in the Quran, it's in the Bible. But we're gonna end this one off. And this is going on Patreon because there's too much fucking sauce. This is Pasha 2 Times. Want Me on all streaming platforms. Let's go. Taking a few questions after, so I see a lot of people dropping out, but clearly those are the guys who are not on Patreon, suckers. But anyway, taking a few questions after, so don't go nowhere.
Wish they swap in my place. I swear they want me gone. MIA, not today. And she gon' let her shots from the back in her A. And when I hit it right, she gon' say, just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. You know that I'm different. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. I just want that ass fast. You know I'ma do right. Just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. 'Cause you know that I'm different, oh. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. You know that ass fast.
All right. That was Pasha 2 Times called Want Me. Everybody go download that. All right, let's end this off of Patreon, guys. That you're about to receive this.